Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers defeated the Dallas Cowboys with a final score of 48-32. But if you were actually watching the game, you know it was closer to 48-16 at one point. And man, to say that I'm disappointed in the Cowboys would be an understatement. Like I really thought this was gonna be the year. Don't hear me out. I am the furthest thing from a Cowboys fan. I enjoy trolling the Cowboys just as much as any other troll on Twitter. But bro, I genuinely believed in Dak this year. He finally took that next step, was looking borderline elite. He was at least looking like a very good starter. And then Jordan Love said he wasn't having none of it. I mean, Jordan Love was 16 of 21, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, 13 yards per throw, 99.3 QBR, which is the highest in a single playoff game ever. And he did that in his first start, passing Josh Allen against the Patriots a few years ago. Shout out CJ Stroud because he's third all time with a 98.4. But the Packers just tore them a new ass from start to finish. Romeo Doubs was the main facilitator. I mean, he caught all 6 of his targets, 151 yards, 1 touchdown, 25 yards per catch. Matt Lefluer coached circles around them boys. Look what he's been doing this one. One of the first plays of the game. I mean, he's wide open. He's wide. This is one of the first plays of the game. This had to be, I want to say, within the first 5 plays. And he's wide open. We have to give credit to Matt Lefluer. He coached circles around the Cowboys. Dan Quinn should not have a job. I'm recording this Friday. I don't know how Dan Quinn still has a job. It's been like 5 to 6 days, almost a week since it happened. No way he still has a job. Once again, Romeo Doubs takes an inside release. The Cowboys corners was getting fooled all game long. This is just a bad game for this defense. You could blame Dak as much as you want, but Romeo Doubs was cooking. He took the inside release, sail route. He was killing them on this sail route all game. You can blame Dak, yes, but this defense, man, on a play like this one, the highlighted receivers who you want to pay attention to, but the receiver up at the top of the screen, he's going to motion, right? And that's going to switch Gilmore, the outside corner, onto Wicks. And man, we got to give credit to these young receivers, man. Like I said, Matt Lefluer deserves a lot of credit as well for scheming them open. But these receivers were making plays as this man is going to put a move on them as Love is under pressure. Like he has a free runner coming at him, right? And he puts a move on the former defensive player of the year to get the touchdown. I mean, these receivers really stepped up when it mattered. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see how these receivers respond this week or tomorrow, actually, against the Niners, because they tore Dallas a new fucking ass. Romeo Doubs had a fucking field day with this team. I mean, it was fucking bad from start to finish. I'm not going to lie. Like, it really was. And then this was by far the most egregious example of Romeo Doubs just absolutely cooking. Gilmore, once again, he thinks he's running a crosser, but Matt Lefluer was abusing this sail route all game. Look at Romeo Doubs, bruh. This man is wide. Gilmore's at the Dallas Star, and Romeo Doubs is about to hit the 40, killing him on this sail route. I mean, they ran this at least 3 or 4 times in this game. Just dog walking this defense, man. Like, there has to be change coming in Dallas. This was just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I for sure blame the defense the most. I mean, look at a play like this, right? Watch the linebacker in the middle, right? He's going to move forward to blitz, right? And just look at the other 2 linebackers. Look at the yellow circle. Who are they guarding? Musgrave is, this is the most egregious defense that you'll see. The most blasphemous busted coverage you'll ever see in a playoff game. Musgrave in the blue circle is college. This is college open. Like, he's so open. Love is under pressure, and he's still able to get it there. Like, I could have made that throw. That's how open he was. Like, there's no excuse for it. And then we got Aaron Jones. As if the passing defense wasn't bad, Aaron Jones tearing y'all a new ass. 21 carries, 118 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones cutting back every other run. Eating y'all up, man. Dallas has to do something about these linebackers. There's no way you can go into this offseason and come back with the same linebacking core. There's no way. Then we got Micah Parsons, who was a no-show on defense, 2 tackles and a QB hit. But like I said, Dak is not blameless. Dak was another issue in itself. You got Jair Alexander on Cooks. You know that's their best corner, right? everyone's locked up, Dak. You've been staring down receivers half the day. At least in this game, he was staring down receivers. And I mean, he just throws a bad pass. I mean, maybe you could have called Jair for a hold, but I mean, I don't really see it. Like I said, he's staring receivers down. I'm showing you him staring down CD Lamb. Like, he stares down CD. And hilariously, Jair pushes CD on this play. I thought it was the funniest shit ever. But he misses Gallup on his backside dig. I mean, you can't make this up. Not only, just watch what Dak's going to do. And I swear it looks like he looks at him too. That's the craziest part about it. He's going to ramble and then takes a bad sack. Like, that's a horrible sack to be taken in that moment. And then we get the most egregious play of the game for Dak, where CD's in the slot, right? And they're showing like two safeties up top, right? But they're just showing him one thing pre-snap to switch it to something post-snap. So watch what Savage is going to do. Now, Dak, once again, as I said, he's been staring receivers down all game. Darnell Savage, they look like they rolled into a cover one robber where originally I thought Savage was the robber defender. But it's actually Quay Walker, who's like a little bit down. That's supposed to be like the middle defender. But Savage is guarding Cooks. And he's going to come off of Cooks because Dak is staring down CD Lamb. And I mean, there's no one there to the crib. I mean, this is one of Dak's worst. This was his worst game of the year since probably the Niners game. And it couldn't have come at a worse time. Like, he chose the worst game of the. He chose to have his worst game of the year in the most important game of the year. Then we get this play where Campbell should have had a third interception. He's going to pass off Cooks and pick up Ferguson, right? Now, it's not a bad decision. I don't hate the decision by Dak, but it's where he put the football that is the bad decision, because this should have been his third pick, and they would have never even got points before halftime if Campbell just catches this. I mean, this was just all around bad for Dak, man. Under 200 yards passing before the garbage time stat padding came. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I mean, Tony Pollard, no run game. 3.7 yards per carry, 15 attempts. I mean, this was just all around bad for Dallas, man. There's definitely change coming. Now, funny enough, before I made this video, it wasn't an official decision, but this about my 4th attempt at this goddamn video. So apparently Mike McCarthy's coming back. I think that's a mistake. He will be fired within the next year. I wouldn't be shocked. And I don't know how Dan Quinn still has a job. Like I said, that should have been like, I don't know how that's not even what? Like, that's not even negotiable. He should not have a job. But as much as I want to like just shit on the Cowboys, we have to give credit to Green Bay. Matt Lefluer had this young team ready to play, and they went out there and they put on a show on the road against a team that was averaging 37 points at home and had not lost in 16 straight games at home. We have to give credit to Green Bay. Matt Lefluer did his thing. He coached circles around Mike McCarthy, which is why I think McCarthy should be gone. But before McCarthy, I feel like if anybody, like Dan Quinn has to go. I don't know if you pay Dak. That's still up in the air. But I can tell you one thing for sure. Jordan Love, man, I was not high on him at first. I had to, it was kind of like wait and see for me. But man, I am fully on the Jordan Love hype train. And I was excited to see him coming into the playoffs. And man, oh man, I'm not saying he gonna pull off the upset, man, but I'm just saying Jordan Love has a fighting chance tomorrow against the Niners.